Okay, good afternoon. This is the Orderflows trade review for Monday, March 7. My name is Michael Baltos. I'm the founder of orderflows.com. First, a brief disclaimer. This presentation is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered a solicitation to buy or sell a futures contract or make any other type of investment decision. Futures trading contains substantial risk and is not for every investor. An investor could potentially lose all or more than the initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. Okay, my first trade this morning occurred just after 9 o'clock. And, what had happened was the market, we rallied up from, this sort of this low area around the 86, 87 level. We got up to 92, and we started coming off. Our low for the day was at, 84.5, and we had come down, and all of a sudden we had a stacked buying imbalance. We had 4 levels. I threw in a bid here at 88 3/4. It was 4 levels, so I was looking towards the bottom part, the bottom half of the 4 levels. But we did get the pullback. I got in, and I quickly threw an offer in, 2 points higher at 90 3/4, and it happened pretty quick. It happened within a minute. I got stopped. Not stopped out. I took my profit here at 90 3/4. The market did go all the way up to 92. I could have got a little bit more out of it, but this is a 5-range chart, and usually on a 5-range chart, I'm looking for 2 to 3 points of profit. So that was a quick 2 points in less than a minute. I'll say less than a minute. It was around a minute. Then I did have another trade. Where was it? Okay, here it was. I was a bit hesitant to take this trade just because, we're running right into the high of the day. I really don't like to buy breakouts. I got long here at 95.5. It's on the back of these 3 ratios here, and we got rising delta as well. I was really looking for a bit of a continuation, as we take out the high. So, I bought it at 5.5. It's just above this point of control. We pulled back down towards this point of control at 95 1/4. So luckily I got filled. This time I threw an offer in at 98. Realistically, 97.5 should have been my offer. I said normally I don't necessarily like to buy new highs because when you're trying to buy breakouts, oftentimes you have a breakout, but it's only by a couple ticks and comes off. In this case, it did pop up all the way up to 98 1/4 and then sell off. So I got a bit lucky in that sense. But realistically, I really should have been looking at 97.5. But I saw all these very strong deltas. 2,000, 1,500. To a lesser extent here, but I was already in the position. It's telling me there's quite a bit of buying here. So I was really looking for a bit more of a pop, maybe a run up to 2,000. But I said, luckily I got out at 98. So that was 2.5 points. Then just shortly thereafter, as we made this, as we came off this high, we got a stacked selling imbalance. And this time it's right off the high. So I was looking to get short somewhere in here. I chose this area where you have the 0 print. Let's make it a little bit bigger. The market pulled back. It filled me at 4.5. It just happens to be this line is the opening price of the day. And I often find when the market is just range trading, it tends to gyrate around this opening price. So I was a bit hesitant, and this first bar went lower. Second bar, it came back in there and it filled me. And then the third bar, we opened up a little bit higher, outside of the range. We do have a ratio here, some stopping volume. My stop for this trade would be just behind this this print of 23. So I'm basically looking at 95.5, 95 3/4 as my stop price. Which would give me about a point and 5 ticks, a point and 1 tick. And but then we just started staying in this zone for a while. So I just chose to get out rather than try and muck around it. 2 points would have been here at 2.5. We didn't actually get down there. He said, I got out early just because, I'm looking for this stack selling and bounce. I'm looking for, this market to sell off sooner rather than later. It just wasn't, I'll say feeling it, but the more time you spend inside of the zone, the stack selling and balance zone, sort of the weaker it gets. So, as I'm out here by the third bar, I'm already, I said this is my chance to get something out of the trade. So, I got a 1/2 point out of it. So 2 ticks, yeah, I could have got a little bit more, but I'm happy with the 1/2 point, the 2 ticks. Earlier I got 2.5 ticks out of this move, and the move from, even before I was able to squeeze, what was it, in at 88 3/4, out at 90 3/4. So that's 2 points. So a total of, what is that, 5 points for the day. That's not too bad. So that concludes the trade review for Monday, March 7th. To learn more about trading with Orderflow, especially the software that I created that you see used in this video, visit my website, www.orderflows.com. Or you can just send me an email. My email is up here. It's mike@orderflows.com. Thank you.